Your timing is impeccable. I'm on a critical mission for the Mages Guild, and I need assistance. These ruins contain a powerful relic, King Aphren's sword. With all the chaos in this region, the ogres, these cultists, the sword is not safe. You're smarter than you look. Yes, I need to bring King Aphren's sword back to Wayrest. The supernal dreamers got here first, but it's actually a good thing. Their meddling awakened the spirits of this place, who killed every last one of them. Right again. Complicating matters further, King Aphren's sword was shattered into 3 parts. Legend says it can only be reforged in King Aphren's tomb. If you're brave enough to find the pieces and get them reforged, there will be a reward. I'm actually jealous, you know. I've always wanted to see the ruins of King Aphren's hold. All the stories I've heard about the sword, the hold, the king himself. I'd go along, but I have no stomach for fighting the spirits of the dead. Smart and perceptive. I suppose this could be of use to you. There should be monuments in the ruins. Hold this holy symbol and pray at any of the monuments, and it should summon a fallen hero to fight at your side. Nothing in magic is certain, but necromancy, despite its bad reputation, is generally predictable. At the same time, the dead of Aphren's hold might have more solidarity. Use at your own risk, I suppose. My research suggests the 3 parts of the sword, the blade, the hilt, and the pommel, can be found in the 3 towers within the hold. Only King Aphren's spirit can reforge the sword. You must take the pieces into the king's tomb. There are books about the subject, you know. We don't have time for a history lesson. To summarize, Aphren was a ruthless merchant king early in the First Era. He conquered many of his neighbors, quite infamous. There are no specific records of what occurred here, only vague references. King Aphren allegedly spent all his time at war. While he was away, his enemies apparently attacked Aphren's hold and killed everyone. The king himself died soon after. King Aphren's sword was sacred. He never let anyone else touch it. We don't know how it was shattered or even if it really has magical properties. It certainly sounds like it's worth studying, though. Honestly, that was a surprise. I was told it was a quiet place. I presume it was the supernal dreamers who disturbed the dead. Perhaps because they sought the sword, or perhaps they were only trespassing. Either way, they're all dead.
When they came, they took us into the courtyard. I thought you would rescue us. Where were you? That sword. You loved it more than you ever loved me. Why, Father? Why did you abandon us? Why did you let us die?
These are sacred grounds. My sacred grounds. They are not meant for the living. Are you the one who disturbs our rest? Where did you get those? Those are mine! None may touch those save for me. That blade, that hilt, that pommel. To hold them again. Please, give them to me. Ah, yes, my precious sword. To wield it again would feel so good. I should never have shattered it. I must make it whole again. I must! Why do you have these? What did you want with them? It matters not. All that matters now is that I might restore it, and hold it once again. There. The sword is whole again. It feels wrong, though. All wrong. Because it was my obsession with this weapon, and the war I waged with it that ruined all that I loved. My sweet daughter. While I fought to subjugate my neighbors, I left her here. They killed her, but it was my fault. Mira? You saw my Mira? My poor sweet child. I wronged her so. I worried that her spirit would not rest. I wanted to seek her out. I have been unable to enter her tomb, though. I did. Since the day I discovered what had happened, all I wanted was to beg her forgiveness. Even more than I wanted this damn sword. Perhaps now, though, perhaps I can make amends. Perhaps I can show her how sorry I am. You can help me. You can show her. You can tell her how sorry I am. If she sees the sword, she will... maybe she will understand. Please, I beg you, give my daughter the sword. Yes, please do. Here, take it. Perhaps it will allow her to rest. Perhaps it will allow me to rest.
should curse you, mortal, for disturbing our rest, but my spirit has never been at peace. I've walked these ruins for centuries, cursing the king's name. My father in name, but never in action. He left me here to die. Actions speak louder than words. My father was always quick to make promises, but in the end, when it mattered, he was away at war when I needed him most. An apology can't change that. His sword? His most prized possession? His most sacred treasure? He never even let anyone touch it. Is this how he hopes to find redemption? Give it to me. I would like nothing more than to destroy it. Thank you. His connection to the sword is so strong, I can sense his energy. I remember, there was a time when I was a little girl and he made me feel safe. I could at least speak to him, I suppose.
I would give it all, Mira. The sword, the keep, the kingdom. All of it for you.
I forgive you, Father.
My sword is again broken, but this time for good, and for good purpose. She has forgiven me. You have healed a wound that was centuries old. Even the greatest empire is a desolate domain without the ones you love. I never learned that lesson in life, but I hope you have. May the Eight be with you.
triumphant, I hope. You certainly have been gone long enough. Wait a minute. Where's the sword? Could you please elaborate a little? I've waited here for quite some time with the expectation that you would bring me the sword. I think you owe me at least some explanation. You what? I've been researching this for months. I hiked all the way out here on my own, I should note. And now you tell me you gave my treasure to someone else? Next time, if I want something, I'm not hiring someone I meet on the road.
Come to us, Garzugard. The way is open. The way is clear.
Bet the Lion Guard could use another strong orc. Maybe I'll head to the Redoubt and offer my services.
Moloch, grant me strength, give me glory. Steel and Stone, welcome to the Scarp. We could use your help on the battlefield. Would you join us in the fight for glory? Good, very good. Maybe along the way you would help me make my family proud? I want to come back from battle with something to remember it by. Something I can hang on the wall and tell stories about. I want a war trophy. A necklace. A necklace made of ogre teeth with big, wide bands, packed with more teeth than you can count. I've got 2 sacks of them here at the camp, but I need more. The more, the better. Help me, and I'll help you.
thief?
smell of ogre blood and victory, friend. You have the... Aha! Good work! Generations of orcs will admire what you've helped create. I've heard more good news as well. General Godrun said there's another battle coming. Bring it on, I say.
To leave possessions with...
Don't question my orders. Just tell the commander we need more soldiers and more supplies.
Yes, General. If you say we need them, then we need them.
It's good you're here. The General says the battle does not go as well as he hoped. I told him you could help. I've had little time to search for the Omen. Did you learn anything in Wayrest? Anything about nightmares in Gavadon? The General? If the Omen were to get a hold of him, that would be very bad. Before we act, we must be sure, though. For now, we keep an eye on Godrun. Perhaps helping him defeat the ogres will flush the Omen out.
We need everyone we can get. You're just in time. I need every able-bodied man and woman. You're carrying a weapon, so I assume you're able. You like to fight ogres? It does, and by Moloch we need you. The Iron Hand ogres have stopped us cold out there, and I can't afford to lose any more soldiers. Will you join my clan, Murtagh clan, in this battle? We've been trying to break through the ogre lines for days. Sergeant Ulfin is leading the charge. If you can help him take the tower up on the rocks, we can establish a forward command post. Then we're in striking distance to finish this thing. I brought my army here as a favor to King Emmerich, but Murtagh clan has other battles to fight. We need to finish the Iron Hand ogres and finish them fast. May your kills be quick and many, soldier. The Iron Hands come from our side of the mountains, from Hrothgar. They've plagued our efforts to rebuild Orsinium for years. Murtagh clan has fought them more times than I can count. That's why King Emmerich asked us to come to Gavadon's aid. Both. I fought at Emmerich's side in Rancer's War. We helped drive the Reachmen from Stormhaven, and in exchange, Emmerich returned Orsinium to Orc hands. That conflict was of mutual benefit. This one isn't. Because it was Bretons who destroyed Orsinium, and now Murtagh clan must come to their rescue? Maybe. Emmerich's my friend, and he's High King of the Daggerfall Covenant, but we won't forget Orsinium. Wait until next time. That's what we say. Our chieftain is in Hrothgar, but I am proud to say I lead Murtagh clan in battle. Centuries ago, Murtagh clan was one of the strongest clans in Orsinium. We were nearly destroyed along with the city, but we are resilient. Some of us do, some don't. It will be decades before Orsinium regains its former glory. Many see the city as a reminder of past defeats. Nonetheless, Murtagh clan works to rebuild it, and to defend it from the Iron Hand ogres. The Iron Hands come from our side of the mountains, from Hrothgar. They've plagued our efforts to rebuild Orsinium for years. Murtagh clan has fought them more times than I can count. That's why King Emmerich asked us to come to Gavadon's aid. Both. I fought at Emmerich.
Well, that didn't work. Time to come up with a new plan. Again. What went wrong? I'll tell you what went wrong. I was trained to fight ogres, not rocks! We can't even get to the ogres! It's those damn boulders they're throwing. Every time we try to charge across, another one of my soldiers gets smushed! Did he? You can't fly, can you? Sure would make it easier. Failing that, if you're willing to make a run for it, I'll cheer you on. From back here.
Those ogres
One tip. Don't run in a straight line. Zigzag. Hide behind the rocks and you just might make it. If you can make the ridge, I bet 50 gold those ogres fall back. Take my war horn. If you get across, climb the tower and blow the horn. That will signal us to move up and establish a forward command post. Guts and glory, friend!
Tell your soldiers to stand down, Sergeant. When the reinforcements come, we march south.
Stand down? What do you mean? This is our chance to finish the ogres off.
Sergeant Ulfin's impressed. Says you've got guts and you're fast on your feet. Assuming you can fight, I think we've found the hero to finish these ogres off. Ha! There won't be an attack. I don't have the soldiers to spare. Abbot Duroc says you're a champion, though, and I trust him. I believe you can do this on your own. The ogre's leader is called Skull Crusher. He's big, he's mean, and he's nasty, but you can take him. I would send soldiers to help you, but another battle is brewing, and they have to prepare. It's a fight that's long overdue, but it's Clan Murtaugh's fight, not yours. Your fight is with the ogres. I need you to kill Skull Crusher and stop the ogres from coming through the mountain. Iron Hands have been using a cavern to get through the mountains. I sent a mining team to collapse the cavern, but they never reported back. Find them and help them get it done. After that, we can clean up what's left.
Please, anyone. The Countess needs help. You've got to help me. I mean, us. I mean the whole town. The Countess has gone crazy, and everyone's fighting about who should be in charge. She's the only one who can run this place. We need to help her. I don't know, and if anyone would know, it would be me. I'm her manservant. The other day, she called all the servants up and dismissed us. Since then, she's been shut up in the house, refusing to leave. The whole town's talking about it. No. The Count died years ago, and she's been in charge ever since. Of course, every eligible man in Stormhaven has come calling, trying to court her. But she doesn't like them. Or hasn't married, at least. Please, can you just talk to her? I can't thank you enough. So many people in town just want to write her off. They're less worried about her welfare than they are about who should take authority of Windkeep. Ha, everyone asks that. King Aphren conquered Wind... Yeah. The Countess has at least... I can't thank you enough. So many people in town just want to write her off. They're less worried about her welfare than they are about who should take authority of Windkeep. Ha, everyone asks that. King Aphren conquered Windkeep and renamed it Aphren's Hold, just to the south. The town kept the old name. It's a small place, but we do a fair amount of trade. The Countess is wealthier than most of her suitors. Yeah. The Countess has at least 5 different men who've been courting her. Not common folk like you and me, either. We're talking noblemen. People with lots of gold to throw around. They buy her some pretty fancy gifts. I wouldn't go near that place if I were you. They say it's haunted. Some other people came by asking about it recently. Haven't seen them since. So like I said, I wouldn't go there.
The lines on my face tell a sad story. The tale of a woman whose youth was stolen by circumstance. I was widowed even before I flowered. I did what I thought was right. I assumed the burden of leadership, but I paid for that choice. I paid dearly. Of course, Matthias is such a sweet boy, and he served me well. It's a pity that I no longer have need of his service. I've been so false, so empty. I have no right to be a countess. I can see that now in my reflection. Windkeep needs a real leader, not a little girl masquerading as a woman of authority. Don't you see how hollow I am? I'm a shell of a person. Just look in the mirror.
This mirror is not for your eyes. Look away. Go away. You look into the mirror, seeking answers. But there are no answers here for you. I have taken the Countess away, but it was with no animosity. The Countess you see before you is the reflection. The true Countess is in the mirror, and that is where she will stay. I will not. The mirror is the gift to her, but she is the gift to me. If you wish to release her, you'll have to pass through to the other side, into my domain. You shall find a warm welcome there.
An enchanted saddle warmer? You're too generous, Sir Bryce. I don't go riding often these days, but I do appreciate the gesture.
So, does that mean you will consider my request for your hand?
You make it hard to resist your advances, but I don't want to rush into anything.
Perhaps you should tell him the truth, Elise. That you and I plan to sell the estate and elope to Somerset Isle.
Indeed I would, Eurelian, if that were truly the case. I'm afraid you gentlemen will have to excuse me now. Do you see? Do you see what I've become? Look at the reflection! I'm old, I'm fat, and sometimes Argonian. No one will ever admire me again. It's not? Are you sure? I don't want to go back to a world where I'm reviled. Where is Matthias? Why hasn't anyone come to help me? He did? How do you know Matthias? Never mind. Can you take me to him? Can we leave this terrible place? Whoever you are, I'm going to make sure you're well rewarded for this. Well, that was an adventure now, wasn't it? I'm fortunate that you came along. You certainly have my thanks. Where is Matthias? Where are the other servants? I did? That's worse than I thought, then. I had absolutely no control over myself whatsoever. Or was that even me? I'm sorry, I'm not used to being compromised like this, but that only doubles my debt to you. My first order of business now will be to shatter that mirror into 1,000,000 pieces. Next, and possibly even more important, I need to find out which of my suitors gave me the accursed thing. Greed, plain and simple. Since the day my husband died, there's been a line of suitors, each with a more extravagant gift than the last. They want to buy me and my title. I certainly have. Why should I share my land, my bed, with such fobbing louts? Now one of my suitors apparently seeks to take me out of the picture. Matthias will know which suitor dropped off the mirror. Would you help me investigate this? If you don't mind, please apologize to Matthias for me as well. Tell him I would have him and all the other servants return if they're willing. No more suitors, though. I'm done pretending. I have no intention of marrying again. Certainly not now. No, they're all equally shallow and untrustworthy. Sir Bryce and the Altmer Eurelian are the worst. It was probably one of those who gave me the mirror. Sir Bryce is a man of honor, a knight of the flame with what he claims is a passion to match. The poor man. Bryce believes his own falsehoods. He says he loves me, but if I were clothed in rags, I'd be invisible to him. He claims he was drawn across the leagues by my beauty, but the truth is that Eurelian is the disinherited son of some wealthy mage. Rather than a talent for magic, though, Eurelian has a talent for spending. He would have me be his bank. Sir Bryce is a man of honor, a knight of the flame with what he claims is a passion to match. The poor man. Bryce believes his own falsehoods. Oh, I'm sure that several of my suitors will have already suggested they take custody of the estate. Both Eurelian and Sir Bryce are likely trying to rally support so they can petition the king.
This can't be happening. Not Matthias. He wouldn't have stomped on a diseased rat, let alone hurt a person. We were just standing here talking. He said you went in to talk to the Countess, so we were waiting. Then all of a sudden an arrow flew out of nowhere right into his chest. He was dead. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with what happened to the Countess. Did you talk to her? What did she say? Is she all right? The mirror. Is that what was wrong with her? Oh goodness, Matthias would have known. I don't really know the suitors. Maybe it was Sir Bryce. Or that Altmer Eurelian. Probably the Altmer. He's shady. I'd check him first. I think he's from some rich family in the Aldmeri Dominion. All I've ever heard him talk about is gold. He even described the Countess's hair as strings of gold. Sir Bryce is really respectable. I don't know why the Countess isn't more receptive to him. He's a knight of the flame and everything. I think he would make a good husband. Of course, he's never even noticed me.
This blacksmith makes quite a bit of gold. I wonder how much he pays in taxes to the Countess. You mean, if I were the Count? I hoped for something like that, but my days of courting the Countess have come to an end. I've no gold left for gifts. Haven't been able to give her anything for weeks. She's already forgotten me. No, I'm afraid not. I couldn't afford to give her a flower. So it was a mirror that finally won her over. Maybe Sir Bryce or Rowleen Mounier was the lucky one. There is someone who would know for sure, but I'm sworn to secrecy. I suppose he's an honorable sort. He certainly carries himself that way. If I was to choose the suitor to whom I had lost the Countess's hand, it would be him. I could at least understand her wanting to marry a knight.
An undead werewolf took over Camlorn? An undead werewolf? How does that even work?
If the Countess has truly lost her mental faculties, someone needs to take custody of the estate. If called upon to do so, I would be willing to assume that responsibility, but I would not enjoy it unless she was at my side. No, she's a beautiful woman, and I would not wish to encourage her vanity. I suspect the mirror was a gift from Rowleen Mounier. Ask him, or ask young Elaine Babeloyne if she knows. Of course, no. I promised to keep that secret. Never mind. Someone told you, didn't they? So what if I'm a coward? I'm a lover, not a fighter. No need to threaten. I was only going to say that Elaine is obsessed with the Countess. What some might call a stalker. She'll know about the mirror.
It's you. I saw you leaving the Countess's house earlier. I don't mean to intrude, but I simply have to ask. Are you yet another suitor come to seek her hand in marriage? Oh, well then. I suppose you're an old friend of the Countess's. I don't want to pry, of course. But, well, I am curious. What exactly is your relationship with her? The mirror? Matthias could have told you. Oh, but he was killed, wasn't he? Well, I don't mind telling you. It was actually a new suitor, but a strong contender. Tall, dark, handsome, very dignified. I heard his... Well, I mean, I was curious, so... Yes, I followed him. He hiked up into the woods north of town. Kind of peculiar, honestly. So, can you tell me what this is all about? I'm dying to know. Cursed? Mara's mercy! That's terrible! I guess you're going after Syrian, then. Is the Countess all right? Never mind. You have work to do. Go on. This is getting good. I can't wait to see what happens next.
Praise the aid, it's you. Quick, the Countess was so sad about Matthias. She sent me to get flowers for his funeral. But on the way, one of these crazy cultists snuck up and just grabbed me. He dragged me back here and they asked me all these questions. This whole thing, the mirror, it wasn't the Suitors. These cultists wanted to get rid of the Countess so they can take over the town. They forced me to talk. I think they're planning to kill the Countess at the funeral. You have to go stop them.
Have you come to pay your respects? That's very kind of you. Matthias was such... he was good to me. Better than I deserved, I think. In danger? Is it one of those pathetic suitors? Are they really that determined to have me out of the way? Oh no. That must be them. Please, you have to protect me.
must maintain the purity of the Daggerfall Covenant. Remnant got what he deserved.
Meet me back at the manse. Yes? How may I... Seems you wound up saving me twice. I wish I knew a proper way to express my level of gratitude. Whoever these supernal dreamers are, they are cunning and clearly willing to go to great lengths to achieve their goals. I'm happy to be alive, and I'm also glad to know you stopped them cold. This has all been such an ordeal. I feel like there's so much to do now that it's over. Well, I want to go back to the graveyard and pay proper respects to my poor, sweet Matthias. And I suppose I must say something to my suitors. Speaking of which, I'm sorry you had to talk to them before. I know that must have been painful. I think it's probably best if I just stop pretending. I have no intention of marrying again, and I should stop playing these games. You helped me realize that.
have to finish it. We were so close. Just those last 3 support beams and we... Please, you have to finish it. We were so close. Just those last 3 support beams and we'd have caved it in. Boom. No more ogres. There's no one left to help. Just me, and I'm spent. Get through the ogres and you can do it alone, though. A pickaxe to the support beams down there will bring the whole place down. Smash them, and then run for your life. Just down the hill. Shamargro Lorga had one. When we ran, the ogres followed him. I heard his screams. His pickaxe should be there. I'd give you mine, but it's all I have to defend myself. If the ogres see me, I at least want to go down swinging. All right, take it. If you come back and I'm dead, though, I still want it back. I want to be buried with it. It's always brought me luck. Hope it does the same for you. For all of us. You did it. I couldn't believe it when I heard the crash, but you brought the whole place down. Almost cost you your life. I searched through the rubble. Was just about to give up. I'm glad I found you, though. After what you did, it was an honor. You shut them down. Our soldiers cleared out the stragglers. No more Iron Hands. I know General Godrun will want to see you.
Well?
So you survived. I worried you were buried along with the ogres. For collapsing that cavern, you deserve a medal. Unfortunately, though, General Godrun's in no condition to hand out awards. I don't know. When he heard the cavern collapse, he declared mission accomplished for the Iron Hand ogres. But then he ordered me to muster the troops and prepare to march on Wayrest. I don't understand what happened to the general, but I will say he just hasn't been himself lately. If there's anything I can do to help him, please let me know. They're just upstairs. I know Abbot Duroc will be relieved to see you. He said to send you up right away when you returned. Whatever's going on, I hope you can help General Godrun. He's like a father to me.
The omen has pulled Godrun into a deep sleep. Praise Azura. I was losing faith. You were right about General Godrun. The omen of betrayal has the general in its grips. He was going to betray Emmerich and attack Wayrest. This was Vaermina's ultimate plan, to destroy the Daggerfall Covenant. It sounds like her omen has been twisting the general's mind, convincing him to betray King Emmerich. I suspected the omen was manipulating events toward that end, but by defeating the ogres, you exposed its plan before it was ready. No. Vaermina and her minions still have the general in their grips. You've done this before, so I think you should do it again. We need to get Godrun back.
question my orders. Just tell the commander we need more soldiers and more supplies.
Yes, General. If you say we need them, then we need them.
Sorry, General. We can't deploy so many against the Iron Hand ogres. Why do you ask for 3 regiments?
Vengeance. Emmerich trusts me. I can make Wayrus suffer as Orsinium did. Allies, but don't forget who's in charge.
Of course, General. After we sack Wayrest and kill the king, you can have the city. We just want the people. You fought so hard and all for nothing. You will die in this dream.
To cross me, mortal. I wish your presence in Quagmire. Come to me. You mortals. Always such high aspirations. You dream of interfering with my plans, but it is a fantasy. Do you really think my manipulations would be so vulnerable? You are not even a hindrance. The success of the omens was never critical. This was a daydream. The nightmare begins now. You fool. You protected your general, but you sacrificed your king.
Once again, you return safely from the dream, bringing one of Vaermina's victims back with you. General Godrun seems to be feeling himself again. King Emmerich? That is bad. We just received word that the king has fallen ill. It cannot be a coincidence. Vaermina is raising the stakes. She makes a final bid for power by assaulting our king. King Emmerich falling ill cannot be a coincidence. Vaermina is raising the stakes, making a final bid for power by assaulting the king himself. I am out of my league. I will go to the king's side, but we must seek Azura's help. You must go to Azura's shrine at the Weeping Giant. It has been defiled, and I fear the supernal dreamers are involved. Regardless, the shrine must be cleansed. That is certain. To cleanse the shrine, you need to get glow dust from the wisps on the eastern shore. That and the rare mineral azurite from the northern hills. Cleanse the shrine and pray for Azura's guidance.
Azura, please help me. Now that's incredible. Azura sent you, didn't she? Here I am, down on my knees, begging Azura for help, and you walk up. If that's not divine intervention, I don't know what is. You are going to help me, right? What do I not need help with? We had a shrine to Azura here, but the supernal dreamers came and killed everyone, defiled the shrine, and stole our relics. I just want to get the relics back and take them to Pariah Abbey. It needs to be cleansed, but I'm only a novice. I just want to return to the Abbey with the relics. Oh, and there was another spirit warden here trying to help me. I think he was captured. Could you look for him too? Please say you'll help. I managed to escape with some relics, so there are only a few left. If you can recover them and look for the warden who was captured, you'll be answering my prayers. Well, there is one. This gem. It summons a protective scamp. We're not supposed to use it, but as long as you bring it back, I suppose it can be our secret. There are? As bad as what happened here? I guess I shouldn't complain then. I should just be grateful that Azura sent you to help recover the rest of the artifacts.
This dust will return the light to my shrine. Bring this and the stone when you come to my shrine. You have the stone. Proceed, mortal, and come to my shrine. Follow the lights to my shrine. Smite Vaermina's foolish servants as you come. This was once a glorious shrine, but time and these fools have befouled it. Come, cleanse the shrine, and we shall speak. Well, mortal. You returned my dream shard. You vanquished Vaermina's omens. And now, you've cleansed my shrine as well. But the Mistress of Nightmares has not yet released Stormhaven from her clutches, has she? Indeed. And King Emmerich has been very tolerant toward my spirit wardens. A fact I have not failed to notice. First, Vaermina attacks my abbey, then she desecrates my shrine, and now this? If I didn't know better, I might think it was personal. Yes, Vaermina has pushed too far this time, and she must receive her comeuppance. I will aid you, but you should know that extricating your king from her clutches will be far more difficult than it was with the others. This time, she has unleashed her own consort, Golthus, the Night Terror. He consumes King Emmerich's mind in the nightmare, blocking your entry. I will give you a dusk stone to penetrate the nightmare, but defeating Golthus will be another matter. You've proven to be talented and resourceful so far. Let this be another test of your strength. I'm sure you'll succeed in serving me faithfully once again. Go now, mortal. Go save your king. And teach Vaermina to keep her hands off what's mine.
This is familiar. I remember you from Alcaire, the Van Farm. Funny we should end up surrounded by supernal dreamers again. I was, and still am. I just allowed myself to be captured so I could listen to what the supernal dreamers were planning here. I've learned this much. It's far more serious than just a few stolen relics. There were some extremely powerful relics here, ancient conjuration boxes. It seems the supernal dreamers have learned how to activate these devices, and they plan to use them to summon terrible fiends. You can. The dreamers won't let us just waltz through their camp, and I'm not much use in a fight. Leave the other relics with me, though. You just need to find the key to the boxes somewhere in the camp and then seal them closed. I appreciate your confidence. One last thing. These conjuration boxes are inhabited by spirits. I can't predict what will happen when you close them, but it must be done. Afterwards, meet me down where Tabitha's camped out. Good luck, friend.
Anything I can do for you? Care to bargain?
energy of these relics was used for darkness. The portal is closed, but something came through. It must be destroyed. A cursed creature from another realm. A Daedra. It must be slain. An enchantment hides its foul form, but this scroll of sight will reveal it. Follow the sound of falling water and use the scroll to find it. My remains were poured into a box centuries ago, along with countless others. The box was used against its purpose. My spirit was brought here to see this wrong put right. What was summoned must be destroyed.
Were you able to close the conjuration boxes in the towers? It's a good thing you were here, or I imagine they would have summoned many more. I'm going to take these relics back to Pariah Abbey. I can escort Tabitha back too.
Captain Curran told me of how you helped him in Coglin Village. Well done.
Buy local, get your goods here.
Well?
I've done all I can, but the king seems to slip further away every hour. I'm afraid there is no way to enter the dream either. There's something different this time. Something far more dangerous. A dusk stone. Fascinating. I've heard of them, but never seen one. It's said that Azura once used a dusk stone to break the barrier between day and night. Maybe it can also penetrate the barrier between waking and sleeping. I almost lost faith there. I don't know why I doubted Azura. Why I doubted you. Maybe it's from being so close to the king. He's consumed by terror in his dream. The Night Terror? Vaermina's own consort? Then this does not even compare to the threat the omens represented. The Night Terror. His name was once Golthus, and he was Vaermina's lover. Now, he is her champion. I suppose you must. But be warned. The Night Terror takes many forms, and has countless methods of inflicting pain and fear. No wonder the king suffers so. Hurry then. Azura be with you, friend.
Daggerfall Covenant needs a stronger ruler, Emmerich. Your reign as High King has come to an end.
Damn it!
I'm taking Wayrest.
We've been friends for years. How can you just betray me like this?
Day my father gave you my hand in marriage. You're not worthy of being my husband, and you're certainly not worthy of being my king.
I don't understand. I know we went for political reasons, but I thought that over the years you actually came to... I thought you loved me. If I've lost your support, then I have lost everything.
The prisoner must pay for his crimes. It is the only way to restore order to the kingdom. Treason. His actions would have destroyed the Daggerfall Covenant. He has been found unworthy in every way. He deserves to die. But I am King Emmerich, the new King Emmerich. The unworthy weakling will be gone, and I will take his place.
Why did you make him leave? I was this close to reaching the peace of death. It has just been a jest. The Daggerfall Covenant, my kingdom, my life. I was never worthy to be king. I'll die here, and one more worthy will take my place.
No, I wish that were true. It was the other life that was a dream. All that business about the Daggerfall Covenant was just a pack of lies. This is reality. Fear, bloodlust, betrayal. In my heart, I think I always knew that. No, I'm not falling for that again. 1,000,000 times he's shown me. To hope is to suffer. Why don't you just kill me and have done with it? Tell Galthis to come back. He can take me. He can be me. Just end this nightmare. Mocking a broken man. That's low. Even for a creature of oblivion. You know where he went. My castle. His castle now.
Night Terror has seized Stormhaven. General Godrun will obey me again.
Tell me quickly and truthfully, how do we fare?
All the troops are broken through the gates are interested.
I rue the day my father gave me my marriage.
When Galthis rules Stormhaven, I will return to serve you.
warned me you would come. You will die here, and in your world. After you're dead, I will return and assume your King Emmerich's form. When I awaken, Emmerich, I will tell everyone of your sacrifice within the dream to save my life. Be remembered as the hero who saved King Emmerich. No one will ever like you, the real Emmerich will be dead. I'll destroy the Covenant, and the people will curse both your
What in oblivion just happened? Something changed. It's going to be bad, isn't it? It always is. I don't know why I bother asking. Still, I seem to remember you, but... This is just another trick, isn't it? Dead? Truly? So, I can still be Emmerich? I can still be High King? I don't know I deserve that at this point, but I guess it's a good thing. Yes, my binds are actually loosening, and that is very good. Does this mean...
I would speak to you again, mortal. Come through the mirror to Quagmire.
What do you want?
I'm impressed, mortal. You navigated my nightmares without losing your nerve. And yes, you have saved your little king. For now. Of course you will. You have slain my consort as well. I'll get over my loss. But I think I'll keep you here for a while in his stead. Perhaps a century or two will
Covenant
teach
was
you
a mistake.
humility.
We can't trust the Red Guards.
Perhaps we will. You have certainly proven resourceful in the past. Even if you escape Quagmire,
Remain
mortal,
vigilant.
you will not
the
escape
Red
my
Guards
vengeance.
could be plotting against
I can
us.
be patient, very patient. Goodbye, for now.
Two rocks weak. The shard should be ours.
I asked Abbot Durak to go downstairs because I wanted to speak with you for a few moments alone. Tell me something. Do you recall everything that happened in the dream? Frankly, I wish your memory was as hazy as mine. What I do recall, I'm rather ashamed of. I am the King of Stormhaven, the High King of the Daggerfall Covenant, but that damned Daedra reduced me to a pathetic child. I am too, and I owe you for that. And more, really. You were the one who acted nobly in there, not me. You had enough courage for both of us. I was broken. You saw me. I can only hope this experience will make me a stronger, a better king. Indeed, for the sake of Stormhaven and for the sake of the Daggerfall Covenant as a whole. Enough dreary talk, though. The good news is that Vaermina and her Daedra are gone. Come with me to the throne room. There is no suitable reward for what you've done. Sorry to say it, but your success has probably earned you more responsibility than reward. You'll be hearing from me again sooner than you'd like. I apologize in advance. Bah! Are you always so damn noble? You need to lighten up, my friend. Perhaps this will lighten your spirits. It's a small token of my appreciation, but one I hope will serve you as you have served me. You're a hero, and now, a friend, too. Speaking to you now as a friend, and as your king, I wonder if I might prevail upon you to assist me with some other matters. One that is a matter of state, and another that is of a more personal nature. Rivenspire is the real problem. The quibbling between the noble houses there seems to have turned bloody. I would send you with my authority to try to restore order. I will join you when I can. And then there's the personal matter. That damn guillotine. For reasons you might recall, I want it demolished. I've given the order to Captain Ernell, but on your way out of Wayrest, I would ask that you ensure it's being done thoroughly. Your help with both these matters is much appreciated. Until that damn guillotine's been dismantled, I won't be able to sleep. And more importantly, until the matter in Rivenspire is resolved, the Covenant will be severely weakened. Honestly, I deserve some of the blame for Rivenspire's troubles myself. After Rancer's war, I didn't trust any of the nobles enough to give them the throne, so I appointed 3 houses to share rule of the kingdom. Seemed like a smart strategy. So it seems. Maria actually counseled me to appoint a single ruler in Rivenspire more than a year ago. I should have listened, but after the mess with Rancer, there's something about nearly having my head on a pike that's hard to forget. Well, yes. My decision to marry Maria instead of King Rancer's daughter really stuck in the man's craw. He had Wayrest surrounded at one point. I remember I even dreamt about my head on a pike. Of course, as you know, I've had worse nightmares.
The warning on travel to Koglin Village has been lifted. The Knights of the Flame have sent word that order has been restored.
If you're in the market for a reliable...
What is it?